when I left home at 15, I dropped out of high school not too long after, and I was living in Jordan Downs, which is in Watts. Now you go to Watts. Watts has condos, which is very confusing to me. At that time, it was the projects. And I lived there for a short period of time, and it was very interesting because I felt really comfortable there. I never felt as though I wasn't safe. I would move between Nickerson Gardens, which was all Bloods, and Jordan Downs, where I was, which was all Crips. And we're in the middle of a Blood Crip war at that time. This is back in 92, 91, 92. And so we're at the heart of it, but I felt completely safe moving around. And then I was at a concert in Watts, and it's just a bunch of people that I knew. Everybody is there, and it's a hip hop artist that's on the stage, and I'm standing there. I'm enjoying it just like everyone else. And while performing, he says, "Cut the music, cut the music." And he looks me dead in the eyes, and he says, "We've got a half-breed in the house." Number one, I didn't know what a half-breed was. Number two, I'm a brown-skinned person, so I never saw myself as being any different. But he saw the color of my eyes and made a judgment call based on that. But it's the first time, one, I'd ever experienced colorism. And it was also the first time that now I felt unsafe. And so I left there, and I went and just stayed at someone's house who had an abusive boyfriend. And within, I'd say, 2 weeks of sleeping on her couch, I only needed to see her boyfriend chase her around with a butcher knife one time for me to leave. And so I found myself at a place called My Friend's Place, and it's for young people. And you basically call homeless number and just say, I'm homeless, and they put you to My Friend's Place. But My Friend's Place, you only stay there transitionally. And at that point, I stayed there for, I think, a couple of weeks. And then the only place that had a bed for me was Children of the Night. And Children of the Night is an amazing organization. But what they're really getting off the streets are those who have been human trafficked, prostitutes, those who are on drugs. I was none of those things, but they were kind enough to allow me to come in and to be a part of that community. Then when I turned 18, I could no longer be at Children of the Night. So they moved me to Covenant House, which is an organization. I literally just went and visited the one in Atlanta a few days ago. It's an unbelievable organization. But that is where I was able to put all the pieces together, because what they do for you is you go out into the world, you find a job, and you bring your paychecks back, and they collect it for you in an escrow. So you save up enough money to be able to go out on your own. And so at Covenant House, how I learned that I was so different from everyone else my age is every day you go out with your resume, you go out and you look for a job. It's a requirement. You either have to go to school or you have to go out and look for a job. And I went out the very first day, and I came back, and we have these campfire things that you would do. And everyone around the campfire was lamenting about how hard it is to find a job. And they went out and they put out this and that and this and that. And I sat there silent because I went out and came back with 4 jobs. And I sat there and I was like, okay, I'm different.